I got the magic.
No,
Me.
no, why you gotta do that to me, man?
Every time I touch that track, it turns into gold.
Yeah, it turns to gold. No, dude, it's so funny because
Everybody wants that touch of magic, magic, magic. The song is too slow.
there's too many chords.
There's too many. There's too many chords. What am I gonna do? Even though the dichotomy is these beats are just 4 chords the entire time.
Yeah, but I mean, God, who wrote that song? Magic?
Oh gosh, I should know. I really like that song because do you remember Walk Off the Earth? They did the
Yes.
5 people, 1 guitar, goatee, not just somebody that I used to know,
yeah.
somebody. The 5-person, 1 guitar thing. They played it in fucking Rogelet's class. Rogelet was like, look at this shit, and then he showed it to us. And we're like, whoa, that dude looks just like you. And he's like, no, he doesn't. And then, it was great.
Was it because he was white?
No, he really looked like him. If Rogelet had our teacher in middle school, if he had longer hair, it would have looked like him. He looked like 2 people, Zach. Whether this is a compliment or not, I don't know. But I mean, I think those 2 are good-looking people. It's either the guy from Walk Off the Earth. I would have known his name, but it's been a while. And Adam Levine.
I can see that. I could definitely see that for sure. God, what episode are we on? I never know anymore.
110.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Uneducation Station podcast. Of course, my name is Zach, and I'm here with my hostess with the mostest, rocking a sweatshirt, Arthur.
I am rocking a sweatshirt. It's summer, Zach. Summer weather. You know what that means? It means it's sweater weather. Come on now. Isn't that obvious?
Duh. I think what you were saying.
Sunday morning, rain is pouring.
Why are you only singing songs from like the late 2000s?
Because we're talking about Adam Levine, Zach.
Oh, fair. And then we just got this really cool vibey music playing in the background.
You weren't going to
But
continue it. It's okay. I don't.
I don't even know the
I don't
words
know it
anymore.
either. But it's like I've realized it's like if you play guitar, you have to know the song because it's 3 chords. It's like it's 3 chords. Ba ba ba, and darkness is all I see.
Go and rest your bones with me.
Driving slow on Sunday morning.
And I never wanna leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's what I thought, right? And I was like, this is boring. But then I heard a cover, and they were using really fun chord variations. I was like, oh, you know what? Now I see why this song would be fun. It's just the fact that it's not lame because it's only 3 chords, but it's actually cool because it's 3 chords. Because then you can be like, now watch this. You know what I mean?
Have you seen videos of people reharmonizing stuff?
Reharmonizing stuff.
Yeah, like taking the same melody
and changing the chords, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's kind of, I mean, that's the vibe I'm talking about, where it's like there's 3 chords in this song, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what if we add a 4th one? I mean, there is I'm sure there's a turnaround somewhere in that song, but predominantly it's a Sunday morning. That's what's called, right? It's 3 chords, right?
Right.
So what if we just slide a 4th in somewhere, or even a 5th one, or Zach, maybe even a 7th one? You never know. Keep you on your toes.
10 chords.
10 chords. Flat that 5th, baby. And you were like, whoa, that one sounded fun, you know?
Yeah, dude. I've seen some really cool videos of people reharmonizing classic songs.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I didn't realize how goofy this song is.
How dare you, Zach? I love this song. This is one
It's
of my.
great.
You can't fuck around with some bossa nova every now and then. Come on now.
I mean, that's fair.
I've learned to love bossa nova a lot. It's great BGM music
It is.
for whether you're streaming. I mean, assuming you're doing loyalty free, or you just have it in the background. This one's called Kitchen by Lukrembo. Shout out Lukrembo. We've been using his music a lot. Shout out to Lukrembo.
He does some really cool stuff, and
Yeah.
I love the stuff that he's put out lately. And I think it's really cool that you've been using his music for like your YouTube videos and stuff.
Yeah, this song was used in the shameless plug Anuki_2 Minecraft speedrun video. This is one of the songs because it fits perfectly. There is something really fun about cutesy bossa nova, or whether it's bossa nova or not. This kind of, I call it like a florally, kind of like a summer flowery type of playful sound, and chaotic gameplay. You know, it's the dichotomy that's hilarious.
I love just pure dichotomy.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably my favorite thing, especially with that speedrun video. I've gone back and watched it a handful of times, just because it's classic quality content, and I
appreciate that,
dude. I fucking love how we just all became like our own little agents of chaos throughout the entire thing.
Oh yeah,
because like all of us were basically trying to not fuck up the speedrun, but also at the same time fuck up the speedrun.
Well, okay, it's because it's not a serious speed run that everyone gets to have a little get loose a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Have a little fun. Die a couple of times. Although I actually this time around I didn't die until the end dragon.
I died a lot.
Yeah, you did die a lot. First time playing, you know. What are you gonna do?
I mean, to be fair, the way that you tested the kill counter or like the death counter was you did /kill.
But we reset it, I think.
No, we didn't.
Oh, well, okay, +1, Zach. Whoop-de-doo.
That was so funny.
But it was a good video, so if you wanna watch it, check it out. The reason why I'm okay with plugging that channel is because you're gonna see Zach and I a lot in it. So yeah, you want to see more of Zach and I outside the podcast, having a good time playing video games, then you could check out my second channel where I upload Star Rail every single day.
Dude, that's been so cool. I mean, as silly as it sounds, like it makes me really happy that you're really diving into content creation because I know that you enjoy doing it so much.
Thank you.
And I mean, it's along the same vein of like, you're playing music a lot more, you're doing a lot of things that just are super fulfilling, and that makes my heart happy because I've known how much you love making YouTube videos, how much you love playing music and doing all that kind of stuff. I've seen the piano tweets. I've been around for a while.
Those are old school. I haven't done a piano tweet in years, which is sad.
I think since we started the podcast,
man, I'll do another one at some point. Now that I have a better setup these days,
that'd be good. But it's really cool, and I mean, the same thing goes like with me. I'm doing a lot of really fulfilling things that just make me happy, which has been great.
That's good.
Yeah, it's been really good, and I've finally started to try to get my shit together.
That's good. That's good. Zach, you are too chaotic. It is time to plan things accordingly.
Hey, at least I let you know I was going to Vegas, and like,
yeah, that's true, but
that's true. Yeah.
But in a year ago, Zach, you would have told me the day before you were going to Vegas that you're going to Vegas. You know?
Yeah.
So. Okay, listen, here's the thing, right? I don't mean to be super strict on my friends or anybody like that.
Right.
But after being in the Call of Duty community for 8+ years, Zach, and having to manage a bunch of teenagers to work on projects, Zach, you start to develop a certain thing called, please meet the fucking deadline and please let me know.
Yeah.
Because, and I'm going to say this to you and to everybody in the world right now, there is nothing, as much as we don't want to tell someone no, the longer you wait to tell them no, the worse it'll be.
Yeah.
Especially if you know that it's going to be too late already.
Right.
That is my number one rule. Before, when I began leading editing again towards the end of my editing career, I was like, listen, dog, I'm not, I'm not the boss that's like, you see a notification from me and you're like, oh shoot, I'm not gonna respond to that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm gonna be, hey, listen, dog, if you need more time, just let me know. I'll give you more time. But please let me know at least like this is all I'm asking, Zach. At least like a week before the deadline. At the very least. Right. And just let me know and just be communicative. Because, as convenient as it is for someone's computer to break down or someone's grandma to die or whatever, sometimes that does happen.
Right.
So when that does happen, I don't want to be the guy to say you're crying wolf, right?
Right.
I don't want to be that guy, because what if your grandpappies went to the greater fields, and I've been like, shut the fuck up, I know you're lying, and then they're crying in in front of their DMs. I don't want to do that,
Right.
because that could happen. So hey, if you know something is up, just let me know as soon as possible, because I'm not gonna get mad. There's no reason for me to get mad. Me getting mad doesn't help anything. I'd rather just solve the issue at hand, right?
Right.
Present the issue, we'll solve it together. I'm not gonna get mad. I'm only going to get mad is if the issue is a day later, or is the issue is presented a day before the issue is supposed to be resolved.
Right.
So just be like, hey man,
Help.
help. just let me know, and I'll be like, all right, all good. I'll figure. See, and I'm with them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, something's going on. All right, I'll figure out a lie to tell the other leads of why this project is taking too long. I'm part of your team.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. We'll lie together. We'll die together. Right?
We'll eat fries together.
We'll eat fries together. Chicken pie together, Zach.
Stir fry together.
Stir fry together.
Yeah. I mean, and I think the thing that has been really difficult for me is saying no to things, like being strict in what I do with my own free time, because there's a ton of stuff that I do outside of like this show and work, like a ton of random shit. But it's become harder and harder to manage, and I feel like it's kind of gotten to a breaking point where I'm like, I have no idea what's going on most of the time, and I'm like the last person to know anything that's going on ever. And so I'm really starting to try to prioritize my time to where I'm not just like running around like a chicken with their head cut off. And I feel like it was a conversation that you and I had at one point, or it was a conversation I had with Kevin or something like that. But it was kind of the TLDR of that conversation was basically letting the things that you spend your time doing outside of work be something that you enjoy doing, and looking at it like it's something that you enjoy doing. Like coming here and doing this show. And I mean, it got really hard for me to have the same type of like enthusiasm every single time I came here, because like, we've been doing this for 2 years and it's just kind of become a routine, and you can really get complacent and not really enjoy it as much as you would like to. And I realized that, and this is an excuse for us to hang out all the time, like way more often than I hang out with anybody else. Because like, we have this thing that we've been doing together where we get together once a week and we just hang out and chat for a while.
Yeah.
And so the second that switch flips and it turns into like, fuck, I don't want to do this today, man.
Right.
That's when it really starts to kind of turn to shit. And I don't want it to end up like that ever. Like I love doing this show. And just like changing the way that I think about a lot of things that I'm doing in my free time that is occupying my free time. And just kind of like looking at things in more of a positive way, rather than being like, oh God, I have so much shit going on. It's like, look at what I get to spend my time doing. Like I'm going out and going rock climbing tonight.
Right.
Like I'm stoked about it. And then I'm going tomorrow with my brother, and it's going to be great. And there's just all of this cool stuff that I'm doing, but turning it from a chore into like something that I really enjoy, and changing the mentality behind it has been really hard, but really fulfilling, I think.
Here is my advice as a antisocial, we're having a pandemic, thank fuck, I don't want to leave my house type of person. You are correct. In every single aspect of that of that thing you said, that block of that wall of text that you said, that went into my earlobes and into my brain and processed and went to, I don't know, my thighs, you are correct. But there's one thing to consider, and it's time by yourself.
Right.
Because you do a lot of things. You work, you go to do your church thing, you come here every week, you go rock climbing, right? And then everything else in between that I don't know.
Right.
But have you ever stopped down and said, you know what, today I'm going to do fuck all nothing?
That's what I did yesterday. That was the first time I actually like had a day to myself.
You had a day to yourself. And what did you do, Zach? If you can share
Fucking
with the internet.
Watch YouTube.
Watch
and just
YouTube.
Hung out. I don't know. I didn't really do a whole lot.
I'm not asking you to impress me. I'm just asking what you did.
Yeah, I mean, I was just
hung out.
Just hung out.
And watched YouTube.
Watched YouTube. Hung out with my parents for a while. You know, just, it was chill.
That was it, right?
Yeah.
And that was nice?
It was nice, yeah.
There you go. So how about you find a day every single week where you can do that? Okay, so I mentioned before that or just downstairs, just before we started shooting, that I said, fuck it, I'm going to watch some anime.
Yeah.
Because it's been fucking how long? I don't know. I'm a poser. Look, I'm a poser, Zach. I bought these mangoes, Zach, just to give off the idea that I read mangoes and watch anime. I don't, Zach.
Yeah.
I don't. I have an anime profile, but I don't watch anime, Zach. I'm a poser.
I mean, you appreciate anime, though.
I appreciate anime. But I don't watch anime anymore.
I hope so.
No, that's just fucking garbage, Zach. It's some weeb shit, Zach. But I said, you know what? I'm going to watch some anime yesterday. So I slammed like at least 20 or so episodes of various different animes that are out in this season.
Damn.
Which to some people might sound like rookie numbers, but to other people who is my age, they're like, oh, nice.
Bro, you had time for that shit?
Time for that? Here's the thing. I didn't, but I made time for myself. Because I've been working on the schedule thing, and I have uploads to do and uploads to do and uploads to do, and I realized even though I'm just doing Star Rail videos, that's what it looks like, right? But I'm actually working on a bunch of other videos, editing in the background. Star Rails are my quote-unquote filler episodes or filler uploads. Not that they're bad. I mean, I think they're fun. They're chill, and now that I'm getting more into, at this point in the game, I'm getting more into the groove, so I can cut off a lot more things and congest more interesting things into one episode rather than just, oh, here's another 20-minute segment of Anuki walking around not knowing what he's doing, you know?
Yeah.
But now things are more story heavy and it's a lot more fun, and I can congest story together, and it's more fun like that. Anyways, that's besides the point. Those, no matter what, those are more chiller. They're longer form, chiller, less edited videos technically. But I've been working on other things. I've been working on my NAS video that I'm sort of kind of almost done with, but it's just a lot of work. I'm working on a keyboard video because I recorded a silent keyboard video. So hopefully that turns out pretty okay. And I'm going to try some interesting techniques in that I've never tried before. So I'm learning that process, which even though the video is not that hard to do per se, there is something I'm working on with every single video is a challenge for me to learn in DaVinci Resolve essentially, but I can go into that another time. So, but I preface that, or I use that as preface because I'm working really hard on these other uploads, right? So what I mean by that is, although I've been working on, all I'm uploading is Star Rail, and it seems pretty easy, I've been working on a bunch of other videos in order to get them out as soon as possible. And because of that, I didn't burn myself out. I just realized I'm working on too much.
Yeah.
So yesterday I said, fuck it. Fuck my schedule. Fuck working out. Fuck everything. I'm just going to sit down and chill.
Open Crunchyroll.
Open Crunchyroll. Play some of my gacha games. Sleep. Take a nap.
Yeah.
I'm just going to chill. So while you did that yesterday, I did that yesterday as well.
I'm glad that we both unanimously, independently decided that we were just like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. I'm going to take a day and just chill out, watch anime. I'm really sad because I'm caught up on Demon Slayer, so it's kind of like meh.
Zach, there's so much more anime to watch.
I know. I haven't finished Attack on Titan. I'm not caught up yet.
But this is why you need these days.
Right.
You need these days. Okay, I'm going to challenge you. It doesn't have to be next week, because next week is your birth week. I don't know if you've mentioned that in the podcast yet.
Oh yeah, no. My birthday is May 18th, so the day after this episode comes out.
Checks out. So that'll be cool. The day after this episode comes out, well, I'll say happy early birthday of me speaking in the future.
Also, I do want to say this. I want to bring it up. So this episode that is coming out right now, as it's being released, is going to be our 2-year anniversary of the podcast.
That is true because we uploaded it on your birthday, day before your birthday
in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So,
cheers.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was off camera.
That's
for both
okay.
of us, but
I think you
whatever.
heard it. Hopefully, I don't know. But yeah, 2 years. That's fun. But we could talk about that in the. I mean, I guess technically this is the 2-year special. If you think about it,
fuck,
because
yeah.
of when this uploads. Well, hey, episode 110 for the 2-year special. How about that? There's nothing special. It's just another casual. See, okay, here's the thing, right? We're talking about this free time stuff.
Yeah.
Why do we need to do anything special, Zach?
I mean, we don't.
We don't. I think just hanging out, drinking iced coffee on a hot day, and
It's a great
just
time.
talking. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good time. We don't have to celebrate the 2 years if we don't want to. We're celebrating it right now. We're celebrating it by doing another episode, Zach. And I'd say
Yeah.
that's plenty, eh?
Yeah.
Eh? Eh, bud.
Hey,
pretty,
buddy.
pretty good, eh? So, okay, let me go back to it. So I'm going to challenge you, Zach.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be next week because this is your birth week and you're going to be in Vas Vegas. But sometime, potentially when you come back or whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
have a whole week, minus work, that you don't leave your house.
Ooh.
See how we just said "ooh" there for people like me. You're like, okay, but for someone like him, who spends most of his week outside of his house,
Yeah.
that is a challenge.
I mean, for me, I can't.
I'm not criticizing you. I'm
Oh,
just
no.
saying the dichotomy
Right.
of us.
It's very palpable for sure.
Ooh, good word.
I say smart things sometimes, but for me, it's really interesting because like I have such a hard time just not doing stuff.
Right.
Like yesterday when I was sitting around not doing jack shit, it was hard for me to not want to like reach out to Jackson or like, do something where I'm like trying to occupy my time with something other than just kind of like hanging out and trying to take care of myself.
See, that's not a bad thing because that's a very productive mindset.
Right.
Whether it be actual productivity or just wanting to do something, because wasting energy is always in general not the greatest idea if you're when you're in your mid-20s and you don't have a lot of time, right?
Right.
Until you're 30 and all your bones start breaking down. But when you are 30 and your bones start breaking down, you realize, shit, maybe I should have taken care of my bones a little better.
Yeah.
So now you are doing your rock climbing thing, so your bones will be a bit stronger than mine, but take a week and just do nothing. Because you said you get restless when you don't do anything.
Mhm.
But there's plenty to do in the house. You can watch anime and catch up on your shows.
Clean
you
my
can
room.
Clean your room voluntarily. That's always a blast.
Yeah.
You can play music, get some takes of the golden hour if you're ever able to. Or if you can't get this take and you're getting frustrated, fuck this golden hour shit. Fuck this loop. Just fuck.
Yeah.
And then play something else.
Do something else.
Do something else. I want to learn this bochi lick. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Just have a good time. Or that song that you're learning, right?
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, these chords are hard. Screw it. We have this stress buildup, and I get this too. I'm sitting here, right here. Nobody can see it, but I have this little mini floor studio that I've been using.
Which is adorable, by the way.
It's a lot of fun. I have this mic. Well, not this mic, but this mic stand connected to this super cheap USB microphone, the Sam Go mic from Samsung, which is actually really good. And I have another mic stand with a Shure M57. I'd have it hooked up so it's to my face, to the guitar, and it's a lot of fun. I've been learning Ableton, and it's a lot of fun, right? But when you're sitting there trying to get that perfect take and it's been an hour, and you're like, fuck, why can't I do this? These are just a couple chords. I know these chords. I've been practicing these chords, and you get frustrated.
Yeah.
And then you get mad, and then and worse, you get angry. And when you get angry, it's time to stop. It's
Get
time to
perturbed.
You get no bad. You know, Zach, when you're stretching
Mm-hmm.
and you're doing the splits and it starts to hurt,
Mm-hmm.
do you keep going?
No.
You don't. You stop
Right.
and you do something else, or you take a second and let those pelvic muscles heal. Figure out, oh, okay, that sucked, but I'm ready to go again, and you go again.
Yeah.
So with that mindset, as soon as this is basically what I've learned after trying to do this one song I'm trying to learn. I know the chords, I know what I need to play, I know the timing. I'm sitting there listening to a fucking metronome, and I'm losing my mind of why I can't get these takes. I said, nope. I'm gonna get up, and I'm gonna play some Star Rail. I'm gonna play the piano instead. I'm gonna, do whatever. And that's okay, because I have the whole fucking day.
Right.
Because I've dedicated today, or at least this chunk of time, this hour, or these 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever, a good large chunk of time. Not, okay, I'm gonna do a 1 hour recording session. No. You plan more.
Yeah.
I got 3 hours, 4 hours, half the day after lunch. Bam, music time. Play some music. Can't hit the little funky chords. My thumb hurts. My finger hurts because of the bar chords. I'm done. Do something else.
Right. You know, it's really cool that you mentioned that, because making that time, and it can be literally the most random shit. Like, like yesterday, before in the random things that I was doing to occupy my time, my parents were off at the store, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna play some like hardcore metal drums.
There you go.
And it was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I really got a chance to, like, stretch those muscles that I don't really get to use very often, because like, drums are loud.
They are.
My parents like to enjoy something that is not
loud.
Double bass, like double bass drum, like, like, duh. But when they're gone and they're leaving today, and I'm probably gonna do this when I get back home, I just put in some headphones and I just fucking
jam.
Yeah, go ham.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I get tired of that, I'm like, I still want to play some music stuff, and then I'll hop on the piano.
Right.
Or I'll take out my acoustic and
Mm-hmm.
just kind of dink around, figure out some shit. Maybe try my golden hour take, which I've been trying for fucking months.
That's okay.
It's hard.
I
It's really hard.
challenged you to do it before I got my Bochi lead. I still haven't gotten my Bochi lead, so it's all good. We're still in the race.
I think it would be really fun to do just like a really high quality video, just for like TikTok or some shit.
Sure.
Like
Of like drumming.
No, like the golden hour idea that
okay.
I had. Because I mean, you can put videos on TikTok that are long now.
Right,
so it's
right.
like, I think I might do that thing where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make it like, I'm gonna tilt my camera sideways
Mhm.
so that it has that vertical aspect ratio.
Mhm.
Stonks.
Mhm. And then give her a goal, bud.
And then
You
fucking give her a goal.
Here's something that I found really fun, and it's just recording your sessions.
Ooh.
And whether you decide to scrap it or not, it's whatever. But just have something. Don't even like whether you want to put out the R6 and let it fucking melt for a 3-hour session, just constantly recording or constantly being beamed into your computer, or whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it depends on. I think with my setup, because thanks to Uned, I have HDMI cords lying around everywhere that connects to this Uned computer that everybody's graciously watching right now.
Right.
So whenever I want to, literally whenever I want to. Oh, well, not anymore because my tripod fucking broke. But assuming that I had
Rest
my
in
trip,
peace.
I know I either need to fix it or say fuck it, I'll just buy another one. I don't know.
Arthur, I'll buy you another tripod.
Don't do that. So whatever the fuck I decide to do, Assuming I still had my tripod, or I have a tripod, because both of them broke, man.
Wait,
Both my nice one and my cheap one.
Wait, the dinky one broke?
I'm not gonna use a dinky one. That one is too dinky.
Bro, we put my R6 on that.
Yeah, but that's your R6, and that was your problem, not my problem.
I mean,
You agreed to it. You signed the consent forms. I have them. I printed them out and everything.
fuck. Well,
Cotton 888, cotton 32K, Zach. No issues. But what I have done is I took this man Frodo buddy, little teeny tiny tripod, little handheld buddy. You can kind of flap up and stuff, and I put it on a mic stand or on a music stand. It looks precarious, but it's more stable than you think because the camera itself and such is heavy, so it weighs it down pretty well.
Yeah.
As long as you follow the correct rules of top heavy, front heavy, put the leg forward, you know.
Yeah.
Make sure there's no reason for it to topple over, things like that. It's fine. But let's just go back to before I unraveled myself. Not that unravel. This one. Unravel. When I had my tripod, I say, fuck it, put my camera on. I got these quick releases. They're a lot of fun. Snap it on. Just plug an HDMI cable, turn on this computer, and just record.
Run it through OBS.
Run it through OBS because
That's-
my computer, my piano is already hooked up to the MG10, or the mixer. If I want to hook up a mic, my amp mic was out, but before it was just ready to go. And you know, I have mics. I use mic stands instead of clamps or whatever, so I can move them around wherever I want to. I just got this Samsung. Where the fuck did I put it? I don't know where I put it. Oh, right
Over there.
Right, oh, over there.
Yeah.
I told you I got the little cute. I'm gonna show you it. It's cute.
It's adorable.
It's adorable.
It really is adorable. And that mic literally has given me so much faith in budget mics because both of us have kind of like moved on from that budget space, but that mic is fucking amazing.
This mic.
It's so tiny.
So it comes with a little pouch, but it's a cute little mic that's clipped. Look at it. Whoop, and you pop it out. And here it is.
It's just a baby.
It's a little teeny tiny mic with a super barely, like not even an inch diameter capsule. But boy, it does really well under the right conditions.
Of course.
But it does really well. You know what I do, Zach? I just put this on my. I plug it. See this thing, Zach?
Mm-hmm.
This is a 3/8 inch thing. I can screw it directly into this mic stand, or if I don't, I can clip it onto the mic stand with this clip. Or I can clip it onto wherever. Or I can point it like this and then just put it on the ground or on the couch or in a good elevation.
That's great.
Or, you know, and I mean, it's micro USB, but that's okay. There's a headphone jack if I want to monitor myself. Or,
That's so good.
yeah. And it's cardioid. There's Omni. And there's also, I'm pretty sure still cardio. There's a 10 decibel pad on it. If I wanted to get close and personal with an instrument, which I've been doing. And honestly, I'm gonna say this now. Don't ever not use a 10 decibel pad because it's pretty hot if you're just plugging it right into your phone, hitting video camera because you can't control the levels. Just smack a 10 decibel pad on it, meaning it just drops 10 decibels. Otherwise, you're going to peak no matter what. But if you watch some of this is a plug. I apologize. If you watch some of these little dinky guitar videos that I've been doing on my second Twitter, at Anuki, I've learned this fun idea of, and I got this from TikTok and YouTube Shorts of all things, this idea of just more amateurish, homegrown type of videos. We love our widescreens, our black bars, and our bokeh, Zach. We really do.
Mhm.
But there is a certain soft spot for a smartphone video looking type of thing.
Yeah.
There's a certain soft spot for it that we all know and love. We all watch the camcorder. We all have seen the America's home funniest home. What the fuck is that called again?
America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah, with the not unusual to be loved by anyone, by that guy. You know he hosts it now? Carlton?
What's his name? I don't know his name. Yeah.
Alfonso.
Alfonso? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
That sounds right. But I watched it before he was hosting.
Oh
it.
yeah, same. Yeah.
But yeah, no, that idea of just minimalistic very simple. You could just kind of sit down and just do it without a whole lot of setup. Like that's really, really cool. And when I think about doing stuff like that, I'm like, why would I do that when I have this camera that, like, right now I'm shooting on the R6.
No, that's fair. My point is to not stress about it.
Right.
That's all.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
all.
yeah.
That's all my point is. Because as I have the M200, I have my M6. You know, I have cameras. If I ever fucking need to, fuck it. Multiple camera angles. Lumix 2. I don't know. Fuck it. But then I realize I am paying too much attention to, or I'm putting too much focus into something that isn't. It's still. I mean, I still love doing it, just like you, because I love cameras and stuff. But that's not the point of this session.
Mm-hmm.
This session is to hurt my fingers with these bar chords that I can't do anymore.
Yeah.
The point of the session is to sit on the couch and learn a song for the first time, or play a new song, or play the song I've been working on for a long time, and just get a recording. So I have created this rig. You can kind of see it over there with my little miniature anal beads. Not as cool as your anal beads, which we're not using for the set unfortunately anymore, but little miniature anal beads that fit inside me. And then I can use the little phone clip, put my phone in there. I have a battery bank. And then I had to buy a fucking adapter to plug this into my phone. But that's it. That's all the setup is. This to a little tripod buddy to my phone, and I could put it wherever. And you know, the fun thing is I've had to challenge myself with finding ways to make it look good. So that's been a fun thing too.
Bro, I love that. And back in my day,
Back in my life.
when I first started making YouTube videos, probably 6 years ago, 7 years ago, you know, I was just using the rear camera on my phone,
Right.
and it was just like this whole thing. I was using my phone microphone.
Mhm.
Like, I didn't know how to edit my videos, so I would just try to get it all in one take and not sound like shit. And it's crazy to think that's where I started, and here I am now doing this show with you where everything just looks all professional and good and all that. But the idea of just kind of going back to the basics and just really emphasizing how much the content means more than the production side of it. Because, like, you can have a really good idea, or like a really good song idea, cover idea, whatever it may be, and just do it. And if you nail it, it doesn't matter that you're using a cheaper microphone and, like, you know, your phone, because, like, that's smartphone cameras are really fucking good.
Right.
Like, my phone, this little Samsung guy right here, right, can shoot 8K at 24 frames per second, which is fucking wild.
Yeah.
That R6 can't even do that.
Yeah. My phone can shoot ProRes. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, for what reason?
And it can shoot in, I'm pretty sure it can shoot in, like, log.
I don't know. I actually, you might be able to, because now the 13 did introduce like filters that you can shoot, like, or filters you can apply onto the camera to adjust contrast and saturation on, like embedded into the actual pic. But that's besides the point. Another thing I would like to note is that we have gotten used to the idea of microphones. I mentioned this before downstairs when I was making some coffee, is that I've begun to notice the things that we're used to. There's something that we do in this podcast right now that is different. Now, I don't mean visually, I mean technically wise, but nobody's ever going to know. And it's because it's you know it. If you and I know it, but the people don't know it. And it's not that I'm hiding it from you, it's that it's not important. So I've begun to really enjoy this idea of kind of, I don't know what the word is. I'm going to relate it to sleight of hand, like in magic, where what's happening behind the scenes, or what's happening in front of your face, is indefinitely happening in front of your face. But because your focus is pointed somewhere else, and your focus is really dialed in by the creator, you can have a lot of fun doing a lot and getting away with a lot of things that don't even need to meet the naked eye. You know?
Dude, if you really sit down and think about how creative you can get with the way that things are framed, or the way that you shoot things, the way that you set up the microphones, and like all of the pre-production type stuff,
Mm-hmm.
once you really start to sit down and like grind that stuff out, then you'll be able to get away with so much goofy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh god, when we were using the M200 and it was a ball head on top of a ball head.
Oh, right.
And it was just super janky and gross, and I hated it, and it made me really scared.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, when we used to have a third angle for just the two of us, just the two of us,
Make a difference, try just the two of us.
you and I,
Sorry, go ahead.
you know, like we literally had a GoPro that was taped to a tripod.
Yeah.
And
I didn't want to buy a case. It's just fucking expensive. You know how tape is way cheaper.
yeah, nobody knew.
Nobody knew because it doesn't matter, right?
It
There's
doesn't.
a lot of things that don't matter, and there's a lot of things you can go into to a industry level shoot of some sort of film shoot or whatever.
Mhm.
And yeah, there'll be your super expensive rigs and your RELXs and your C stands and your bullshit, right? And then you look over there and there's some fucking light that's duct taped to a ceiling fan. You're like, oh, nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, and you got to get creative with it. There's this one YouTube Shorts guy. Well, you know, I hate to say that because that sounds demeaning, but there's a really, really good lad, and he used to work in the prop industry.
Oh, I think I've seen.
You
some
probably
of
have
his
seen.
videos,
You probably seen some of it, and it's great. And he always ends his TikToks with a dad joke, and it's hilarious, or with like a silly pun. And I'm like, oh, that's good. But he just talks about just how what they do to either fake certain props or even just hide props. Like there's one where he talks about, I forget what the terminology is, but it's for hiding copyright infringement or just brand I forget what the word is. Just like having a brand out, right? Like on a TV show, for instance, and how they would modify like a tub of fucking peanut butter or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's something so simple as like, oh, you just take like a sticker with the same color as a label and just slap it on, and you look at it and it doesn't look like good at all, but in the distance, it looks fine, and you don't worry about it because you're focused on the actors and the actresses. You're focused on their performance, and you're focused on, if you're going to look at the environment, you're focused on the couch, or you're focused on, I don't know, the window behind you because a bird flew by it or something like that. You're not focused on some random tub of peanut butter that's just on the counter. Not even on the island, against the fucking back, right? By the sink.
That used to be GIF, and now it's Sniff.
Now it's Sniff. You don't worry about that. Or maybe you do, and you see it, oh, it's funny, it's Sniff. And then you move on, and you don't realize, oh, wait, if I pause this single fucking frame and enhance, oh, wait, I can't see it anyways because the bit rate is crunched. But anyways, let's assume the bit rate isn't crunched, which it will be anyways, but let's assume it's not crunched. Oh, there you go. I see this little sliver that indicates that this is a sticker. Nobody cares. Nobody cares because everybody's just having fun and enjoying some fresh prints, you know? Fuck it. I love me some fresh prints, right? So there's that idea of hiding in plain sight. We are so used to looking at a microphone now that in the past, if you were to do like a podcast or something or radio sessions, you have the microphones and the setting and the set and everything or whatever, but you don't see it. You do it, and then we hit the televisions. Now we have boom mics and lavalier mics and microphones you don't see, so you can replicate this idea of realism. But now we have streaming, we have games and stuff, we have boom arms, we have microphones, we have Blue Yetis everywhere and Shure SM7Bs everywhere. We have so many Shure SM7Bs just out in the wild, used by random minimum wage college students, that we all know what it looks like. We all know what a Shure SM7B looks like, whether we even know what it's called or not. So we're just like, okay, there's just a microphone in front of this guy's face. That's fine. I don't care anymore. We don't care anymore. So now, if I'm doing my guitar recordings, I just have this microphone just chilling. You can see it. It's just chilling on the couch, on the table. It's just there. But it doesn't matter because I'm off, and you're looking at me, and you're looking at my guitar. Or you're looking at, I don't know, something that I've drawn your focus towards. Now, I hate talking about this because because I say this now I put it out in the air. But it's just a simple fact that at a certain point I found it fascinating of what things we don't see anymore.
Also,
yeah.
random tangent.
No, go ahead.
You should send me a link to that mic.
Guess how much money this costs?
Didn't you say it was like $30?
It's like $30.
I'm buying one.
Yeah, I stopped buying microphones. I mean, I bought these new ones for the set, but they're on there was a discount, so
A deal's a deal.
A deal's a deal. I can't pass up a bargain, Zach. Come on now.
Hey man, $20 is $20.
$20. Okay, these are a little bit more than $20, but this boy right here on sale. I was like, damn. I'm just gonna buy one. You never know. What if I just find it? Or what if I can? The whole point of this microphone is it's called the Sam Go. So you go and do shit, and you just bring it with you. You're a businessman running around with your Dell XPSs and your spit and your clipboards and your messenger bag, and then you're sat. It's wrapped around your shoulder, and you're wearing a suit and tie in a 90-degree weather, and you're in an elevator going to the 100th floor to make that fucking business deal, Zach. And then you need to slam a Zoom call. Oh. Bam. You slam that Zoom call and you sound and you with this microphone and you're like, wow. You're like, well, hey, how is it? I'm here to make a business deal. And they're like, wow, this guy sounds great. That's
discreet.
How that's what the point of this microphone is, to bring it around, to bring it on with you on the go. So this is not an ad read, but this microphone is just so great. It is it gonna blow you away? No. But if nobody knows is this microphone, who fucking cares whether it's this or whether it's a Neumann U87 or it's this? Nobody knows. Nobody cares. If you're gonna sing into it, you're gonna put fucking reverb in it anyways. Who fucking cares if you have this microphone with no sound panels or anything like that? Nobody cares. Because you're gonna throw some compression, you're gonna throw some EQ and some final reverb to make you sound like you're in a concert hall anyways, with no fucking sound treatment. Well, there is sound treatment. There's like the wooden things. I've learned that those are sound treatment actually. But
reverb.
You're gonna fuck around and just don't stop sweating about all sorts of things and just say, you know what? I'm just gonna take my iPhone, my Samsung Galaxy S21 or 22, or my Pixel or my iPhone 6 or whatever, or this GoPro that my dad gave me, and I'm going to plug this USB microphone into it. Maybe not the GoPro. I don't think you can do that. But I'm going to plug this USB microphone into something, into my laptop, into my phone, into my butt. I don't know, somewhere that will give this power, and then just okay, recording done. Our setup is done. All right. Now that I've used only 5 minutes of my time to figure out a good angle for my phone and where to put this microphone at. Whew. All right. Now I have a 2-hour 55-minute session of music.
Yeah. And then you just have a fucking time.
And you have a time.
When you stress about the little things too much, like framing, and especially for content creation, because we've gotten to the point now where we have been creating content for such a long time, and you and I have both been creating stuff for a very, very long time.
Mm-hmm.
You get to a certain point where you realize most of the time the content of the video is way more important than the production quality of the video.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you can, let's say, for example, for me telling a story or something like that, or just like some weird talking ahead stuff, as long as you can hear my voice and see my face, it does not fucking matter what it looks like. And I mean, it's hard for me to say that and then apply it because I'm a photographer. This is the kind of look that I expect.
Right. But I'm a videographer as well. I'm an editor.
Right.
I mean, maybe not necessarily videographer, but I'm an editor and I like cameras as well. And I like my creamy bokehs shooting in as open as possible, and I like my fun lighting and stuff. But if that's going to eat away at just a recording session, then that's not worth it.
Yeah.
If I'm like, all right, let's record this and this is going to be for a video. I'm going to upload this to my YouTube, to my Twitter, to my TikTok, or whatever you're going to upload it to. Excuse me. then yeah, sure, bust out the vertical R6 and have a go, you know. But if it's not, just plug this into a long ass USB cable all the way to like your computer or your or just laptop into fucking Audacity or something, and then just or your phone rather, sorry, and just record your session. Just like have this overhead while you're slamming drums, or put this at a good distance while you're hitting acoustic guitar or whatever, or just, you know, just find a good spot for it. I mean, there's an art form as well of just finding a good spot for a microphone that works and isn't too obtrusive, or doesn't like as in visually like it's in the way, or physically it's in the way. You know,
Yeah.
I keep smacking it when I move my guitar, or you know.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of an art form to that as well, which is fun.
And we were just talking about this before the shoot today. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's an art form to a lot of different things when it comes to content creation, like making sure that the microphone isn't too far away or making sure that it's not too close, you know, and like dealing with plosives and all of those types of things. That's I got in trouble, and now I have
That's right.
a pop filter.
It's okay. I am doing it too, so we can be in unison.
I know.
I'm not gonna leave you out, Zach.
I know. I'm sorry. I got so used to using like a AT2020 with one of these really good pop filters on it that I just want to like eat the microphone, which is bad for that
Okay,
kind of
well,
stuff.
normally you're going to want these things anyways because
Right.
there's no reason not to.
For sure.
But I just like the way a naked microphone looks every now and then. Also, I do like the tone you get when you don't muffle it up with one of these things. But that's more of a subjective thing, right? But this thing will exist, so you can go to and have a little bit of fun and not worry about it. Kind of just like, don't worry about the mic and stuff, like, or the camera and stuff. Just have a microphone in your phone and give her a goal. Don't worry about the microphone. Don't worry about your technique. That'll come later. Just slap one of these on and then just talk. Yeah, and just have some fun. This idea that I want to at some point do is get one of those XLR recorders that plugs into your camera,
Ooh.
and then get a boom mic, a shotgun mic of some sort. Ideally a nice one, but for some reason, like, they're just so expensive. I don't know why. And the cheap ones are just not good. Like, they're not even passable good. They're okay, but in general, they're just not great. So you really got to spend a bit of money.
What about the shotgun mic that I have, the little Rode guy?
Okay, but for this instance, this is going to be for overhead booming.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So less of like a shotgun mic and more of like a boom mic type situation.
Yeah, which is a shotgun mic. They're both shotgun mics, except the one that your Rode little buddy is a little teeny tiny one. But they're both shotgun mics. The difference is the long pencil boys are, they're really, really honed in on that cardioid thing.
Yeah.
That's besides the point. Since I mentioned this idea of we're just used to seeing a microphone, if I just want to have a recording session, I have my camera, I have a shotgun mic to a boom arm that's already ready to use, and I just move it around wherever I want to move it. It can be in the frame, it's fine. And just have it, and then I can just hit record, and that's my setup. That's it.
Yeah.
Everything is ready. I don't need to sync anything in post. I don't have to just hit record, maybe trim off the front and the back. I don't know. But that would be the most ideal live session. Recording session. It would just be like, all right, I'm going to have a jam session by myself and just play some music and stuff. I'm just going to record on my camera and just have a boom arm. I don't know. I'll just put it fucking eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Check it, tiger bias right here. There you go. Put it right there. It's in the frame. Yeah, it's okay. And just record. Just record.
Yeah.
And then, hey, I got a session. There's this thing I don't have my phone, but can you look it up for me? Do you mind?
Yes.
You do mind. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm just
no,
kidding. That's a fickle thing, isn't it? That's a fickle phrase. But there's this channel that I've been really into, Do Incognito, that I've been really into, and I can't remember quite what they're called because I just found them. I didn't find them, but I just finally started looking at their videos, and it's like these two bros, Japanese.
In a hot tub? Is it on YouTube?
It is on YouTube. So you go on YouTube and just look up like what's the one I watch? Isn't She Lovely? Drunk Session. I believe that's what we're gonna call it. Isn't She Lovely? Drunk section. Drunk Session. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Producer Zach is pulling it up.
Don't mind me.
This first one right here. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Do you want to play it in the app or no?
Yeah, go ahead. Good. Is the audio going to
Cole,
blast?
he's
No.
Sorry,
stop,
Cole. I'm sure
Cole.
you're a great guy, but no.
Stop it.
Not right now, Cole. I'm sure you're a great kid, Cole. I know you're going through a lot, but right now is not the time. But do your best, Cole.
You do you.
Yeah, just give it like a little teeny tiny audio. Not a whole lot. Just a little teeny. Yeah. That's probably fine. I don't know. Well, we can tone it down if you want to. There
Okay.
we go.
I'm just.
No, and it's all good. There's a lot of buttons going on. This is why we need like a instead of using a numpad, we need something more, you know. But I can set that up later. And it's just, I mean, there's another cameraman, right? There's a camera guy. Oh, it might be a little too loud. Okay. Can I get the
Dog.
channel name again? Can you go back really quick?
Okay.
Oh, I can't read. Jacko's Hat Records with Captain Oji and Shotaro Miyamoto. And they're just record, like they just have a guy recording and they have their mics already amped up and it's just a fucking session. That's it. Now, obviously, it would be a bit much to just have a cameraman here, but the simple idea of just having the guitar, playing it, having a time, they're obviously blasted right now. There's a baby in the background, but who fucking cares? Because there's just this ambiance that is very homey and very amateurish.
Mm-hmm.
That works really well. I mean, they're shooting with a really nice camera, sure, but everything else about it, yeah, they have like a, you know, they may or may not have a really nice Sony. Actually, that just looks like a Rode NT1. And they're just having a time. They're just having a blast. They don't need to worry about it. They're just like, okay, I'm going to just turn on all my recording things. We have a cameraman. If we don't, just set a camera on a tripod and have a microphone somewhere. And
Yeah.
then just record a session, right?
Right.
This is, I mentioned I didn't just find this video, but it's been showing up on my recommendeds a lot because of course it is, right? And I decided to finally watch it. Isn't She Lovely, by the way, is also one of those guitar songs that you just have to learn if you play guitar. Even I know how to play it, but although I don't know any leads or anything, but I just know the chords. It's very basic. But you can have a lot of fun with it. That's besides the point. It's just this, you can cut the audio if you want.
Okay.
But there's just this simpleness. That's it. Just this very basic hit record and just jam out. And it's a lot of fun to watch. And depending on the medium and what you're doing, I mean, with this type of quality, it could very well be music video quality, sure. But the spirit of it is just hit record
Yeah.
and just jam out. These guys are blasted right now. They're like 5 drinks in and they're just
Fucking having a time.
they're just
bro.
fucking recording. They're messing up on their licks every now and then, but they don't care. They have a smile on their face and they're just recording. And that's something that I found that's a lot of fun with these guitar tweets that I'm doing here and there.
Mhm.
Is I just have this microphone. So you see the microphone right there, and if you look in the background, you see the amp and you see the microphone hanging off the amp, and
Yeah.
it's just like nobody cares.
Just having a time.
Just having a time because them as the focus, you're hearing audio, right? You're hearing this guitar and you
Mhm.
see a dude playing the guitar. Your focus is going to be on the dude playing the guitar because that's what your eyes and your ears know are making this connection with. It's all this fun psychology thing of what are we actually looking at? So if that's the case, then who cares if there's like a fucking, you see the microphone or there's a baby in the background crying or whatever. Nobody fucking cares. It's not obtrusive.
Right. I think it would be really fun, and I know that we've talked about this a bunch, but I think it would be really, really cool for us to get together and maybe have Jackson come along too and just record us jamming for a while.
Oh, that'd be a lot of fun.
And just having like all the cameras rolling and like, you know, we could use the R6 with like a wide angle lens on it or something like that and just like really sit down and like just jam,
Just jam.
and see what we can come up with.
Or let's dial it back. A singular camera hooked up to OBS,
The GoPro.
the GoPro. The GoPro even.
Yeah.
just right here on the shelf, Hawkeyeing over the music set, and then that's it. It's all it needs to be.
Yeah.
When I was still at my music tutor, when we would have a jam session, she would always record it.
Mm.
Not like with her phone or anything. She had like a little video recorder, like this little handheld buddy,
Mm-hmm.
and just put it like somewhere, like on the shelf or something, and just record her sessions, and that's it.
That's fun. I love that.
Yeah, so you can hear back at it. You can, use it as reference to learn from certain things. Oh, I made this mistake here. Maybe I should, But it's just kind of like the same idea as why I always record my streams. Whether or not I ever started a second channel to make these, to finally cut them into videos, it's just fun to have a backlog of things. It's fun to take photos and put them in a photo album, Zach. Even if you never
Dude,
look at it.
I love looking back at the COVID streams that we did.
Yeah.
Like that, there were so many instances where we were just absolutely losing our shit
Mhm.
laughing and just having a grand old time. Like those moments are so cool just because they're so natural. And like a lot of times when you're streaming or like playing video games or something like that, you look at it like, oh, this is just going to be a fun memory to look back on, like us playing CS:GO hide and seek
Right.
and all of that kind of stuff. It's like, okay, whatever. And then when those moments are captured and you get to look back on them, you're like, oh my gosh.
It's a great time. And even if you don't, it's good to, or even if you don't for a long time, it's good to just have it. It's
Right.
good to have it. Now then, you must not cross the barrier of hoarding,
Right.
because that's bad. I think we've all seen, what is it?
Hoarders.
Hoarders. Is that just what it's called?
I think so, yeah.
Cool. We've all seen that.
Yeah.
We've all seen it. We just try not to get to that point,
Mhm.
as in terms of keeping a backlog. Then again, I say that and I build a NAS just to put the backlogs in there, but I'm consolidating as I go. So
Yeah.
that's my copium. But it's good to just have it so you can look back at it. There's tons of photo albums that, I haven't looked at in years, but when we do open it, it's a great time.
Mhm.
It's that idea. Here's a comparison I'm going to make with the idea of a professionally shot and recorded session or something of some sort. I don't know, recording.
Mhm.
And fuck it, Sam Go iPhone video, whatever, of me just dinking around on this couch here playing the guitar. Or even this video that we just watched right now. And it's the difference that it's the same difference as a planned portrait and a candid photo. They both have their merits. They both have their good things. There's no reason to not do either.
Right.
It's just which one do you want to do?
That is such a cool idea of like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great comparison.
Candid photo, meaning, for those who don't know, is just a natural photo. You're not telling anybody, okay, everybody, go there for the family picture, or you're not telling your model or your subject, okay, give me a big smile or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You're just out in the public, out in the road, and you see a fun shot, and there's some people walking by, you shoot it. Or you see a subject and a person, and they have a cool looking bag or whatever, or they have a nice hairdo, or they're feeling themselves today. And you're like, oh, that's nice. Ching! And it's just a shot in the moment rather than a planned shot.
Or even another example would be like, oh yeah, you're doing a more professional photo shoot and you like make them laugh and there's just that moment of like candid, just good stuff.
It's just natural.
Yeah.
And we all know what natural is. We live in natural. We're here in natural. We all can recognize natural from not natural. We all can recognize when someone is talking and when someone is reading a script.
Hello, everybody. Today, we are going to be showing you how to add mods into Minecraft.
Okay, but here's the thing. Nobody fucking sounds like that. Well, some people do, actually. But if I was a guy, I was reading a script, I was hoping there was text on here. There's no text. The day of Yamuchi Sakura's funeral was dreary and cloudy, entirely at odds with the girl my classmate had been. I imagine a great many tearful people are at her funeral, their numbers and tears proving her life meant something, but I'm not amongst them. I didn't attend her wake last night either. I stayed at home the entire time. One classmate in particular could have forced me to go, but I guess I'm not lucky. I guess I'm lucky she can't, since she's no longer in this world. Neither my teachers nor her parents possess the authority or the personal duty to ask me to come. I've been able to make my own decisions and stick to it. In high school, I met this girl and she was really cool. I thought she was a little wild. I'm gonna be honest. I thought she was pretty wild, but every time she always came through and she made me feel some type of way that honestly I didn't think I would have it in me. I'm not really that type of guy to go out a lot. I'm not really the type of guy to really get my energy out there, I guess. But she always pulled me through and she always made sure I live life to the fullest or whatever. I don't know, but she meant a lot to me. And although I didn't really attend her funeral because I didn't think that I needed to, I kind of wish I did.
That's such good.
So that's why you shouldn't read I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, or that's why you shouldn't watch I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, Zach. It'll fucking murder you. But it's great. But hey, if you want to go through a fucking trip, Zach, it's a movie. It's not even a show. So, but I'm going to leave that to your discretion. I made you watch too many sad things. So if you want to watch a sad thing, I'm going to let that be in your discretion.
I mean, you won't let me watch Clannad, which makes me kind of...
I'm not... Okay, that's my only rule. You can watch whatever the fuck you want. I mean, you watch Angel Beats by yourself. So at this point, you can do whatever. Just not Clannad. Because that'll ruin everything for you. But that's besides the point. So that example was simply me reading out of a book.
And then you explaining.
And then me talking about it, explaining it.
You make some good points, sir.
Thank you, Zach. I went to communications and public speaking, Zach. I didn't do public speaking.
That's a great example of candid versus scripted. And that the most fascinating thing is that can be applied to so many different things. Mm-hmm. Like when you will always act differently when the camera's rolling as opposed to not.
Right.
And regardless of if it's a subtle change or if it's just like a drastic change, there's always going to be something a little bit different. Mm-hmm. So when something is set up and it's just like, okay, so we are going to do this thing and it's going to be videotaped and it's going to end up on the internet. There's that level of apprehension. Or like, you're conscious of the fact that there are lights shining on me and there's a camera pointed at my face. Mm-hmm. And there's a mic sitting in front of, like, 2 inches away from my face. So there's always going to be that level of, like, you're aware.
Right.
And then off camera, or if you catch those candid moments, like what you were trying to show an example of, like, when you're just talking casually or whenever you're just, living your life, doing your thing, and someone captures that's entirely different from you doing your own thing and being like, okay, I'm going to set up a camera. I'm going to make myself look all pretty. And then, someone just randomly takes a phone video of you doing some goofy shit because God, there are so many videos of me out there just being a goof.
Oh yeah. Because naturally you're a goof, and it's good to capture that.
Yeah.
You've seen a planned home video. We've all seen them. It's so obvious.
Yeah.
Okay, George, go. Oh no, George, why are you holding that? Versus, what are you holding? A knife! No! That's fucking great. That's hilarious.
Right.
Or, George, where did you get that? How did you get that knife?
No. Yeah.
Some mom put a knife in George's hand. Versus, where did you get that? Or, what?
Right.
You're at the picnic and you see your son. I just said George. I don't know if that kid's name is actually George, but his name is going to be George now. We've all seen that video, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Okay, cool. For those that don't know, there's a family picnic or something outside in the backyard, and there's a kid walking around or running around a pool having fun, and he's holding an object. Suddenly, the mother realizes what the fuck she's holding. So instead of taking it out of her hand or taking it out of his hand, she obviously pulls out her phone. Or actually, I think it may have been someone takes the phone out and then the mother is on the side. I
Yeah.
think that's probably what it was. That would be a little bit more natural.
Yeah.
Because that's what I would do. But that's kind of funny. But then he's just holding a knife, and then the mom concerned. You can hear that concern, or rather that sternness, rather not concern,
Or terror.
the terror, and also what the fuck are you doing? You know,
Yeah.
we all know that sound. We've all been there. So
Yeah.
that candid moment, that natural moment, it's going to be irreplaceable. That's not that, but that's going to always be my preference. But I also am an editor.
Yeah.
I work in production. I've done production. I know production.
Mhm.
And I also am planning videos that have a script,
Right.
right? And I am planning and I'm working on videos that I've strategically placed cameras for certain angles. I'm very aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
So these two worlds, as much as you can compare and contrast them or whatever, but they're just in two different worlds. What's this video going to be? You pick if it's going to be a candid or in the moment or not in the moment, planned out. They're fine. They're both good. It's just which one do you want to do? What's the vibe you want to go for? Because it's a fork in the road. You just pick which way you want this video to be. One's not going to be better than the other. It's just going to be different.
Right. Also, I just noticed this is completely off topic.
Sure.
You're on the big screen.
Big
that
screen.
that wallpaper is the exact same wallpaper I have on my computer right now.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, with Bochi
Yep.
on the cardboard box.
Yeah.
That's from a music video, Goodbye, I think it's called, by Toe. I keep wanting to reach for my phone, it's not there. You see this problem?
Yeah.
This problem that we've developed?
Where you're just like, oh, let me look it up, and
Oh.
then you're just like, oh.
It should be Toe. And it's a very fun. This is a, you know what, Zach, pull it up. Pull it up. No
Okay.
audio, of course.
I was about to say, didn't we get one of our videos copyright
We did
striked?
get one of our videos copyright striked, but it's okay. It's all good. I fixed it.
What's it called?
Oh gosh. I hope you can look it up in English. Goodbye, Toe. T-O-E-A. Or T-O-E, sorry. Goodbye, Toe. Okay, not the first one, but the second one. Mute it as soon as possible if you can.
Download the Fred.
Don't download shit. No free cloud, Zach. Even
Nope.
if it is Fred Myers. Fuck you, Kroger. Oh, God, no.
Getting fucking double whammy.
Getting ads. So many ads. 12 ads. Okay,
Okay. All right.
don't play it a whole lot. Just skip around and then come back to me, because we might get. I've never done it for the. This is the first time I've got flagged for an actual like video.
Yeah.
Or I should play the beginning of it. Play the beginning of it. Just hit the beginning of it. This is another good idea of just a fun video project, right?
Mhm.
Of someone just with their phone, you know,
Going on a journey.
they have an idea, and there's music playing. It's a great song, and they're just it's just a fun little stop motion type of video thing. Or it's picking up the amp and moving it, you know, and
That
he's
is
just grooving.
so fun.
And look, this is just a fun video that you and your boy just like, hey, I have a fun music video idea. Let's do this,
Yeah.
right? Okay, give me, maybe sketch a little further. There we go. Oh, it's speeding up. Oh, he's going. Oh, look, he pedaled further. He pedaled faster. Oh, he's going through the fucking bikes. Hell yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, go to the end ish.
And ish.
Now he's on a lawn chair. Look at that. Isn't that fun, Zach?
That is fun.
There you go. Now go back to me before we get destroyed.
Yep.
Cool. Isn't that fun?
That is fun. I love that.
So why can't? Okay, don't go back. Okay, don't go back to it, but just exit out. Let me see the view count. So
2.1 million.
So this can get 2.1 million views, and this was shot on. This was what, 1 year ago. I think this song might be older, but it does say a year ago.
Hey,
so
Arthur?
yeah, what's up?
This video, the maximum resolution is 720p.
It's 720p.
Yeah.
So homie shot it with his iPhone 6.
Or 6 Plus.
And just said, "Hey, let's record a fun video. I have this cool idea." Some guy, they're probably fucking weeded out, or not. They don't do that in Japan, but they're fucking. Well, I guess no, they would be just blasted drunk in a bar.
Yeah.
Be like, man, I got a fucking fun idea. You're going to be on this Marshall amp, and you're going to pretend that you're flying, and you're skating on it. And they're like, "Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, let's do it like right now."
Because it's 4 p.m. on a Thursday.
4 p.m. on a Thursday. I have work next morning. Let's just do it right now. And then they did it. Oh, I dropped the mic. It's all good. And then they did it.
And then they just threw it into some type of editing software. Or even, here's the craziest part, is you could literally do this without editing.
Probably not. No. I mean, you could
'Cause
look. Yeah.
If you just start recording and then pause it, then you can unpause it and then pause it again.
That's so Jake.
I mean, you could do it like that.
You could. You very well could. But then you would lose. But you'd be playing a video though. You wouldn't get that stop motion
Oh, that's
unless
fair.
you lowered the frame rate and then did a unpause, John. Which I assume what they did was they didn't actually take pictures. They just recorded it and then took incremental screenshots. Or just lower the frame rate all the way to like 1 or 2.
True.
You know, that's probably how I would go about it instead of just taking an odd amount of just randomly varied screenshots, unless you wanted some frame particularly. But then you can choose that frame, and that'd be fine. Just take a screenshot of that one. But okay. Anyways, that's overthinking it.
Mhm.
They're just like, yeah, let's just record a video. Let's just record a video. We recorded this fun song last night. Or this morning, and then we went out to drinks to celebrate, and it's still 3 p.m. I don't know. Let's do a music video too. I mean, is that how that went? I don't know. Maybe not. But who knows? Nobody knows. They didn't tell me. I'm just so who cares?
Yeah, but the spontaneity,
spontaneous combustion.
Spontaneity. No. The spontaneous nature of that type of video. Fucking words are hard.
No, it's okay. You went with an alternate.
You know, there's just something so beautiful about just being like, you know what? Fuck it. This is gonna be really fun. Let's go do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the fucking video that we did for you for
Oh, when we were in the woods?
yeah.
Yeah, that video never went up. We never used it, but
I know, which is kind of sad.
it's kind of sad. I edited and everything too, but that's okay. That's my fault because I ended up leaving that team. But
and then also the office tour, that was fun. We
Oh.
just kind of were dicking around the whole time.
yeah. It was just like hey, just hit record and fuck around, and find out. And we did find out, and we found out that it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Now there's always going to there's the basic simple flat line. This is the idea that's this motif, I guess, if you will, of what this whole point is that there's a world for both of them. You just pick one. It's a dichotomy of the two.
Yeah.
Dichotomy is the word of the episode, Zach, because it's the truth.
Yeah.
It's two different things. Is it good or bad? I don't know. I can be in my little dinky hatchback on a stoplight, and you know, I see another fellow dude, the tank top with he made it himself. He ripped the sleeves off. Fuck it, it's denim too.
Yeah.
Monster truck. It's rose up. Is that the terminology? Lifted is lifted, and he's playing. And then in my car, it's, I don't know. You know?
Yeah, right.
And it's like, oh, wow, the dichotomy of men. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
It's great. This is a real moment that happened. It's happened a few times now.
oh, dude, I've had that happen. I've been on
hilarious.
both sides of it.
You've
too.
been on both sides. I really want to one day just roll down my window and then make eye contact while I'm playing my Moe Moe Cune music, and he's playing, or the vice versa.
Yeah.
Because I've been getting into J-Rock too and stuff. I'm playing that, and then he looks at me dead and square in the eyes with this fucking roided out shoulders and biceps, and looks at me, and then it's like, and I'll be like, and he'd be like,
Respect.
and then we proceed to hit 90 as soon as the light turns green. It's fucking great.
Dude, I love this. I love how this all ties together. Dichotomy.
Dichotomy. We live in a society, Zach.
Yeah, I love when things that are put together have nothing to fucking do with each other, and it just makes it funny. Like you were talking about with the speed run, where it's just like happy music is playing and all of us are fucking panicking.
Yeah.
Just that idea that just
Sorry, I just thought of something really funny, but I don't know if I should bring it up because it's kind of fucked. But no, go ahead, finish it. I'll ponder whether I should say it or not.
okay.
It's not that bad. It's kind of funny because it's in the past, but it's kind of not funny.
Oh God. Okay. But that idea of
dichotomy.
just two things being smashed together that have nothing to do with each other, and then just like enjoying the chaotic nature of it. It's so much fun, like playing happy music while something really fucked up and terrible is happening, or vice versa, where you're just sitting in the car, just smiling, just like da 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 da. But people don't realize that the music that you're listening to is like hardcore deathcore, and just like
Oh yeah,
and
it's
you're
great.
just like
Oh, there's this. Okay, this is not the thing I was thinking of, but I do really want to say it because it's really funny. But it's not that bad, but he's kind of on the edge, you know. But it's a popular video. Everyone's seen it. Okay, it's a thumbnail. I haven't seen the video, but it's a thumbnail, and it's Drake from Drake and Josh, and he went through some stuff, and the video is titled "I Put SpongeBob Music Over Drake's Guilty Plea." I'm like, oh
no.
God. But that's so funny. Okay, I understand it's a bad thing, but you know what I mean? It's that dichotomy that's just hilarious.
yeah.
Here's a better one. Here's a better example that I should have said. K-On! Fua Fua guitar cover. If you're an anime fan, especially a K-On! Fan, you know this video.
I'm gonna need to look it up.
Don't look it up. Don't play the video. Just look at the thumbnail. I want you to give me Chrome. Give me your camera for Chrome.
Okay.
Okay.
Hang
I
on.
want to see this reaction. Here we go. No, go
Oh.
ahead. Take your time. Take your time.
I just was trying to hit Chrome on.
Oh
on
yeah.
that.
So just say K-On! Fua, Fuwa Fua time guitar cover, or just guitar.
Okay.
All right. Let's see if you can spot the. Let's see if you can spot it. Keep scrolling. No, you missed it. Can you go back up?
I missed it.
You missed it.
Is it that one?
Yes, that one. Look at my boy, Zach.
What the fuck?
Look at my boy.
Does he nail it?
He fucking nails it, Zach.
I love it. I'm totally gonna watch this later.
Look at him.
Look at him.
Have you heard the song Fua Fua Time, Zach?
No. Is it? Oh,
Fua Fua Time, Fua Fua Time, Fua Fua Time, Fua Fua Time.
that's
Fua Fua
fucking
Time,
magical.
Fua Time.
I love that so much. Okay, hold up. So I'm gonna do something
Yeah,
just
yeah,
so
go
that
ahead,
you
go ahead.
guys can see this thumbnail because it's really funny.
But here's the thing, Zach. I don't think it's okay. It's funny
at that.
because it's dichotomy, but my boy is fucking feeling himself,
Oh, dude,
and I respect that.
I respect the hell out of that.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Not only is he good looking, but he enjoys some good anime, Zach.
bro.
Come on now.
A man of culture.
That's a man of culture. Are you kidding me?
But yeah,
Look
dude,
at his arms.
that is really funny, and that's a perfect textbook example of dichotomy.
Mhm.
Because when you think of, K-On! And you think of just that whole subgenre, you think of like cute girls and bunny ears and like all that kind of weird shit.
Mhm.
And then there's just this yoked fucking bodybuilder man who's just like, I fuck with this.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, man. Like, shit, okay, cool. It's funny because it's unexpected, but I don't know, dude. It's just funny.
It's great.
There's something great about God, that thumbnail is so fucking good. I'm gonna show it one more time.
It's fantastic.
It's so good.
What a lad. Shout out
What a
to
lad.
can I see Zoe? Is that an I?
Yeah.
I can't see very well. I'm really far from the TV.
Zoe de
Caruja?
Coruja?
Caruja. Well, if I said it wrong, feel free to beat my ass. I will allow you that.
And it has
You get the
3.8
pass.
million views.
You
too.
get the pass to beat my ass.
But make it fast.
And be sure K-On is playing in the background while you do it.
Yep. Dude, I love that shit. That shit's so funny.
So, everybody, thank you so much for watching and listening. Hopefully it was a good episode. I don't know. Happy 2 years. I haven't finished my drink yet, or I'll finish it right now.
Thank you for dealing with my shit on a consistent basis.
No, thank you for being here, finding the time to be here every week, and finding the time to have a little fun and talk with me for just an hour or so. It's good enough for me. And
Yeah,
I look forward to it every week. Hopefully you look forward to it every week, and hopefully we can continue doing it for another year.
Hopefully you enjoy watching and listening, and hopefully you look forward to it every week like we do. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to get more caught up on what Arthur and I have going on, we have links to our socials down below. And you know what? I'm just going to let YouTube pick whatever they
Oh
want.
yeah,
I
that
don't
makes
know.
things a little easier. Wait, but at least watch the Boach the Rock episode.
That's true.
At least watch that one. That was good. But yes, have a good time. Get shredded and yoked and listen to K-On. Have a good one.
Peace.
I've got the magic
No!
in me.